how are you finding the experience?
Well, certainly last March hit us with the unexpected. In my lifetime, 60 odd years, I've never really seen a pandemic. We had some issues in terms of some health vaccines and whatnot on a global basis, but nothing that ever really struck our country that we had to think about. And I'll admit that in the first middle week of March, the 15th on whatever, my partners and I had to lay off 300 or 400 people, trying to figure out how to do that in a way that we could bring them back, because we weren't terminating, we weren't looking to pay severance, we were looking to suspend operations, and every province was different, so we spent a lot of time. And then I'm a borrower. I've got mortgages and operating loans. I'm a lender. I support many of the businesses and some of the key people that I'm invested with. So I'm a borrower and a lender. I'm a landlord. I've got buildings with tenants, and I'm a tenant. I'm in buildings that I have landlords. And so trying to figure out who's on first, who's on second, and where to go. Yeah. This is the toughest part of the conversation right now. I'll absolutely acknowledge that by the end of March, I was in a state of depression. Working with a counselor, working with a coach, and I did an online survey, the Hamilton, whatever, and I was ranked. It was a very high number in terms of where I was at relative to the problem. But I will say that April proved to be a blessing in working with a coach and then cleaning up and organizing all of my relationships. A tenant, a borrower, and a lender, and having some sightline to clarity in terms of bringing people back made a big difference. So April was a recovery month, and then really from May on, frankly, I've never been busier in my work life. I have no travel, the odd trip to Toronto, the odd trip to Vancouver. I had a daughter get married in the mountains, and 150 people got carved down to 30. And, we all had fun. I have a son who lives in Australia. He works for me full time. In a normal pre-COVID world, he comes home for 2 weeks out of every 2 months. And right now, I FaceTime him a lot because neither of us can really jump on a ship or jump on a plane, I guess, and jump across the ocean. So it's been challenging there, but so many people have figured out how to adapt.